looking at me. I know what I look like. I look like the kind of guy you'd see on the news for turning off his body cam. I am very aware of that. Yes. I get a lot. I'm not from here. I'm not from the Northeast. Give you a couple hints, though. I have been arrested 8 times. I was a Division I football player, and I smoked Newport cigarettes. Anybody want to take a guess?
Florida.
Yes, there you go. Nailed it, my guy. I'm a Florida man. Kind of guy you hear about on the news. It's my old life, though. 7 years sober in May, which would be pretty cool. Everybody always cheers, but it's so boring. There's a saying in certain sober circles, I can't tell you about them because they're anonymous. Beating. All right. But they say, my worst day sober is better than my best day drunk. And whenever I hear that, I go, what a bunch of fucking losers, man. I had great days drunk. Day drinking drunk? What's for breakfast? Mimosas. Come on. But it is weird. There's pros and cons to being sober. I'm going to talk about the cons because that's the kind of comic I am. Biggest con, no more drunk sex, which is kind of a buzzkill. No more drunk sex, where you throw your inhibitions to the wind. Be very vulnerable with you right now. I'm 36, pretty generic looking white guy, but I'm into butt stuff. I like butt stuff. I like stuff done to my butt. And you were shocked by that. Glad to see it. Got your attention. Is there something we need? No, I'm just kidding. I only have 5 minutes. Or else we would dive deeper into this. But you will never know how insecure you are until you're stone sober, having sex, not asking for butt stuff. In fact, what you'll do is you'll write an entire bit about it. And then you'll invite your girlfriend to a show so she knows you're into butt stuff. She's not here, but she has heard that bit before. And she still goes, is that true, or are you just doing like a bit for the stage? That's the whole point. I was raised by women. I was raised by strong, powerful, independent women who were also wildly into astrology. So that's a bit of a curveball. But I had really bad mood swings. So growing up, everyone was just like, Brennan, typical Gemini. Right? Any other Geminis? Just me? Oh, yeah. You got her with the butt stuff, you with the Gemini. We're some potty code being this couple. But then I got older, and I went to rehab, and science has a different word for it. Yeah, they call it bipolar 2. Yeah, it's not as much fun as being like typical Gemini. No, I have a mental disorder. Oh, shucks. The sadness nobody cares about the sadness. Everyone just tells me to stop crying all the time. It's the anger. It's the anger that gets me into trouble. I'll give you a quick example. I was leaving a bar one time with my twin sister, and this guy would not stop flirting with her. So at the end of the night, as he got into his car, I said, hey man, why don't you just leave us alone? And as he rolled up his window, he said, well, fuck you, Frosted Flake. And I said, I can't hear you. And I took my forehead, this part of my head, and I put it through his car window. Yeah, nobody flirts with my sister but me, buddy. All right? Let's get that straight right now. Real quick for the whole room. Don't knock yourself unconscious before you get into a fight. That's so stupid. I just woke up in the parking lot like, did I win? Sister screaming at me, you ruined everything! I was defending your honor. I don't know. We'll pivot. I'm into movies and television. Everyone else loves movies and television. But I like bad movies and television. You would say bad. I say underrated. I like it because you can steal the intellectual property and pass it off as your own, and everyone thinks you're a genius. Give you a couple of examples. A buddy of mine was auditioning at a very big club here in New York City. We're upstairs eating before the audition. I could tell he was super nervous. So I said, hey man, don't be careless, but don't be too careful either. You can't be afraid to lose. He went down, crushed the audition. He came up and said, Brennan, you really inspired me. That's not me, man, that's Mighty Ducks 3. Whack, whack, baby. Ducks fly together. Sometimes I can get a little greedy with it, though. You can't do a movie everyone's seen. Can't do one everyone's heard of. My aunt, God rest her soul, she got diagnosed with ALS. And I was sitting at her bedside because I'm a great nephew. And I said, you know what, Aunt Nancy? To die would be a great adventure. And she said, did you just quote Robin Williams in the movie Hook to your dying aunt? I was like, I got greedy. That's Steven Spielberg. That was nominated for Academy Awards. All right, thanks, guys. My name is Brennan Tasseff. You've been awesome.